Hello friends, I'm going to tell you about Gautama Buddha. And today my topic is the four sights. King Suddhodana could not forget what the holy man had professed, that the prince would either become a great military conqueror or a great spiritual teacher. Now, the king wished that his son should be a great warrior, so he began training him accordingly. He wanted to make sure that there was no outside influence on the child and he stayed sheltered from the outside world. He raised the boy in great luxury and shielded him completely from knowledge of religion and human suffering. Prince Siddhartha led a protected life and became 29 years old with little experience of the world outside the walls of his palaces. One day, wanting to see the outside world, Prince Siddhartha asked a charioteer to take him on a ride through the countryside. Soon, he made this a habit and would go off on rides into the town. On one of these trips, he was shocked by the sight of an aged man, then a sick man, and then a dead body. Till then, he had led a sheltered life without any knowledge of the tragedies of life. Now, the stark realities of old age, disease, and death saddened him deeply. He felt very sad to learn that life was not just a bed of roses, there were many thorns in it too. Siddhartha recognized that no matter how rich or important a person might be, all beings were finally subject to disease and death. These final realities, suffering and death, could not be wished away. Finally, one day he was wondering as it takes or sadhu or samana as they were called. Prince Siddhartha couldn't understand who the man was or why he looked the way he did. He asked the charioteer, who explained that the ascetic was a person who had left home and gone out to seek the truth of life. This was also called giving up or renouncing the world in order to find peace and also the answers to many questions on life and death. The final aim of such people, said the charity to the young prince, was to find release from the chain of death and suffering. These sadhus had left their home forever and had taken up the begging bowl and staff to seek an end from the cycle of birth and rebirth. Siddhartha was deeply moved by all this information and kept thinking about them all the time. These sights that he saw over a period of time came to be called the four sights.